Hello everybody, it's time for Posca Pens, and I'm going to do this while I talk to you about what this page is. The prompt today is about social media. The question that we're all looking at is about social media, and have you been happy with how you've used it? What's missing? What would you like to see change? And so that's what this is going to be talking about. It's about being seen, isn't it? On social media, how much we crave an audience. Do we crave an audience? Do I crave an audience? So yeah. Is that why we put ourselves out? Because we crave an audience? I actually think I crave community more than an audience. But then, you know, I'm a Jungian scholar, student of Carl Jung. And so I do know the draw, the pull the ego has on me. And so I do see what ego wants, and I see what spirit wants. Isn't that interesting that there's a dichotomy there? Of course there is. So anyway, while I talk to you about all this, I'm going to go ahead and pull out Posca pens, make sure they're juicy and going, and bring up some of this lettering with my Poscas. Okay, so ego, community. Ego, community. The thing I love about putting my videos on YouTube is getting your feedback. A lot of people on YouTube and on Facebook will they'll do the little heart thing. And that does not satisfy me. I love it when people do the little heart thing or do the like thing. But what really I love is if what I did made you feel something. Did what I do make you feel something? And if it did, tell me what it is. That's what I would wish for. Sometimes I get that. I posted a thing in my creative year over the evening, and one of the comments I got was probably one of my favorite comments of all time, and it said, "I want to keep looking at this." And I thought, yes. I'd love to make art. I've seen other art on other people's posts, and I've seen art that made me want to just keep looking at it. It's like, I don't want to look away. This is telling me so much. I look over here, and then I look over here, and then I keep looking over here, and it makes me happy to keep looking at it. So, yeah, I love that comment. So thank you for that. Let's see, this is an S under here. Doesn't really look like an S, but I think it is. So I'll make it into an S. I don't know why this page wanted to be napkins. I think when I turned around to get my book off the shelf, I saw this Cheers napkin in my little bin down there. It was sticking out. And I said, wow, you know, whatchamacallit, St. Patty's Day is coming up. So maybe I will just do that. So ego and shadow. Okay, let's see, what number do I want now? I want to go over all of these, I think. The napkins don't keep a true color, do they? They kind of look, the kind of, yeah. So I'm supposed to keep talking. I don't know if I can talk and doodle at the same time. Maybe I can. If I can't, I'll just speed up. So community. Does this medium create community in the way I wish it would? You know, the thing that has created community for me recently, I just thought of two things I wanted to say about that. Two things I want to say. So I'm going to start with the second one because the first one is easy to remember. What was the second one? See there? How quick. How quick. I can't remember what the second one is. I wonder what the second one was. Well, the first one, creating community. My whole life, now I remember what the second one is. My whole life really changed in many ways in terms of the internet providing community when I first did my year 2017. There were 4 wonderful teachers. Each one of them took me in places that I didn't know. My year 2017 was the precursor to my creative year, which I'm a member of now. And there's still, I think now there's 4 or 5 teachers putting out monthly encounters with their muse and, you know, all kinds of things. So it continues to be a wonderful place to connect with people about their art. And that's where I do most of my connecting about my art and other people's art. But the other thing, the offshoot of that was that some of the people created a group on Zoom, which is a conferencing software. And so over the first year, last year, 2018, people got closer and closer and had more fun and shared. We got together once a month and we just hung out and did art. And that whole thing has evolved into the group of gals who are doing the intervals of Sanity now, which is a fun group, and a lot of them are active here. Well, all of the people on Intervals of Sanity are on here doing this Explorations of Me. And actually, I'm not on the live part, but I'm one of the audience. And so it's kind of evolved into a different group, as things do. And I really love how people are getting closer. People need each other. People need friendships. And a lot of us artists sit around in our little rooms and we do art and we don't see people. And so, yeah, I think it's, yeah, I think art is it's a solitary practice, but like a lot of things I've found in the inner depths, there are solitary practices that we can't do alone. Well, we have to do them alone, but also we need other people while we do them. Okay, so I remembered the part number 2 that I needed to tell you. And it's not a pet peeve, but it's a frustration that I have. Now that I've got almost 100 people who are followers, who are subscribers to me here on YouTube. Shock. but I do. And so what I can't figure out how to do, except I guess I could do a reply directly to them when a new person joins me on YouTube. It's not exactly a reply to one of my things, but I want to be able to just write them a personal note to say welcome and what kind of art are you interested in, and kind of use it as a way to get to know people better. And it doesn't seem to lend itself to that. So I don't know quite what to do about that, but it is a frustration that I have. I can't. Now, I am picking up some glitter to put on this one, and I'm going to see what that does for me. I think I'm going to end up going all around all these hearts. I'm going to go over them because they don't show up too well over the green. I think I'm going to go over them all with black. But I don't know if I'm going to do that on the camera. We will see if I get to the end of what I want to say. So I'm curious, and I'd love your comments of how you found that you can communicate people when you get the notice that they've just subscribed to you. How do you communicate with them to say welcome, and what kind of art do you like to do, and who are you, and tell me about you, and where can I see? I know you can always go back to their channel and subscribe to their channel, but a lot of people who are just getting started don't have anything on their channel yet. So, I come from an era when we used to write personal notes to people. So I'd really love to be able to write somebody a personal note who's joined my channel. So if anybody has any hints about how to do that, I'd love you to let me know. Okay, I'm going to do that in sparkly. And I think I'm going to turn off the camera for right now and go back to just doing this with my thoughts and see where we are, because I have rattled on for 12 minutes now, which is too much. So I've told you the main things. I'd love you to comment. Tell me how my art makes you feel, if it makes you feel. Tell me what you'd like to see more of, if something makes you want to see more of something. Tell me if you know of a way to have a new subby get recognized. I think that's it for right now. I'm going to cut you off, and I'll be back. Okay, we're going to put this to bed here in a minute. I'm going to just talk to you about what I've done. I've done the outlining around things, kind of bringing them out a little bit. After I had finished this whole side, I had wished that I had put some white underneath this so that I could see those more clearly. So that's the thing I wish I had done differently. I still love the quote, "Waiter, I'm going to need a bigger glass." And that is, hang on for the ride. Here's my bigger glass. Social media. Lots of questions about whether social media is your friend or not. I think it is. I think I'm going to stick with YouTube and Facebook. I like Facebook. I like being in groups on Facebook and posting art that, that maybe the group inspired. So I'm on about 5 Facebook groups, and I like participating. I like commenting on people's work, and I love it when people comment on my work. I'm on YouTube. I have actually got a few things on Instagram, but I don't like Instagram particularly. Number one, you see this is a rectangle. It does not lend itself to a square. And I think I'm not a square. I love squares. I do a lot of mandalas. I love squares. But the square format kind of makes me shy away from Instagram. So here's to you. So when I post on Instagram, it's usually something like Carve December or something like that. And I participated in Carve December last year. I like that. So I'm going to leave this with you. This is my page. I'm going to spill my wine if I'm not careful. Do what you love what you do. That's what I like to do. It's interesting about this page that I don't love it. And one of my favorite teachers is Linda Barry. And she says famously in one of her books, and yet it survives my not loving it. So keep arting, keep crafting, keep making, putting colors on paper, keep exploring yourselves. It's all pretty wonderful, isn't it? I'll see you next month. Many blessings.